Right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, all of you, to our advanced level revision 2022 brand new journey. Right. Okay. So, firstly, please allow me to introduce myself. So, I'm Nimesh Dayananda. Most of you know that, and I'm working as a lecturer of Institute of Chartered Accountants, and currently I'm doing lectures for advanced level students in accounting and business studies. Right. Some strangers are there. I mean, some newcomers are there. That's why I decided to introduce myself first of all. Right. Okay. So now, today we are going to start your revision program. Right. Your revision program, because you have nearly 1 year for your advanced level examination. Right. We don't know the date exactly, but I highly believe that your exam will conduct in August 2022, as they discussed. From 2023, they would conduct it in December. That's how they have planned. So in next year, right? Next year, the COVID situation will not be a fact when decision making, right? Therefore, we strongly believe that your exams will conduct on time, because they have arranged online classes, right? Even in schools, TV programs are also conducted. So many things have been arranged there. Therefore, no point of postponing your examinations. Therefore, I strongly believe that within 8 or 9 months, yeah, your exam will conduct. Therefore, getting a second chance is very important for your life. Firstly, please allow me to explain you why revision is important. Right? Why revision is important to you? Why revision is important? Right? What is the necessity of revision program for you? Right? Why should we do a revision class now? The point is this. Now uh, in your theory classes, what did you gather? In your theory classes, most of you, I mean, I think all of you are attending to the theory class, right? Our students are also there. Some other students are also there. They are new to our revision class, but they might be going for another theory class somewhere. It's okay, right? In theory class, basically you gather knowledge. Basically, you gather knowledge. But in the examination, right? In the examination, what do they expect is the practice. Practice, right? So, do you know the difference between knowledge and practice? Right? The difference between knowledge and practice is, of course, skills. Skills, right? Skills are required other than knowledge, right? Knowledge plus skills is the practice, right? The skills gives you by this revision class. The purpose of conducting a revision class is to make you skills. And after that, we have a separate practice here that we call a paper class. The paper class will also conduct to empower your practice. So basically, in a revision class, what do we expect is to improve your skills. Right? When we are talking about accounting, firstly, you know that accounting is a subject which requires not only the knowledge, but also your speed is also required. Especially within 3 hours, you need to solve 5 questions. They are not simple like you do in your theory classes. But sometimes to understand the question, that will take a little bit time. Where to start the question like that? So we are required a good practice, a good skill to identify a question, to organize a question and all. Especially in accounting, you need to practice both knowledge and you need to practice the speed as well. When we are coming to business studies, I'm talking about only my 2 subjects, right? So business studies, basically, uh, business studies is not a subject to by heart now. Earlier, that was a subject to by heart. We can just read the note and we can keep that to memory and we can go to the examination and we can copy that. But now it's not an exam like that. In the new syllabus guidelines, it's not just an exam to by heart everything and to copy down into a paper. Nowadays, you should know after giving a question, sometimes you know the answer. In business studies, when you are reading the question, your mind says that, yeah, this is the answer. But to get full marks, you should know how to organize the answer. You need to know how to organize the answer. If not, you can't get entire marks. If a question gives 4 marks, right, you should have a proper plan how to collect those 4 marks. Right? Sometimes the examiner just asks you to differentiate something, some two elements. Right? For differentiation, it gives only 1 mark. So you need to define those two variables. 2 marks are allowed for it. Then you need to write some examples. Another mark will be given for it, and the final mark for the differentiation. And the question asks is what? Differentiate these two variables. If you just write the differences, you can get only 1 mark. That's the most dangerous part of business studies. You should know how to organize the answer. Just think about your term tests. Sometimes you may learn so many things before term test, but when the marks are coming, what happened? Most of you didn't get enough marks, I know. Right? Why? What is the reason? The reason is you know the answer. Right? You know the answer, but you don't know how to organize the answer. That is a skill. That is a skill. This skill is developed in a revision class. That is the necessity of revision class, right? You can't think that I am going for a theory class, so I know everything, so I can easily get 3A passes. No. The simple answer is no. Why? In the theory class, you learn only the knowledge. But to the examination, you are required the practice. So practice comes with skills. So your skills are developed in this revision class. This is what basically we want to tell you. So why a revision? Sometimes you may think that why do I want a revision? The answer is this. What is the answer? To skill. In this revision class, I'm not going to teach you theory parts from the beginning, but I just remind you. Why? I know that all of you are not empowered with theory at the moment. I know that. Because of this COVID situation, most of you couldn't attend your theory classes. I know that. Right? So before starting every chapter, I just remind you the theoretical parts firstly. I will remind you the theoretical parts. Then only I am coming for the revision part. But don't expect that to be a theory class. Right? I'm not going to do the role in the theory class that I'm doing. This is a revision class. Of course, this is a revision program. But I'm just reminding you some theoretical parts. Right? As an example, let me show you in our accounting class. This is your accounting tube. But in accounting class, I will explain you these theoretical parts firstly. It's in a short note. Right? Everything will be explained in a short note. Right? A short note regarding every chapter, and then only I am going for the revision parts. That's how I am planning. Therefore, if you are a lack of theory knowledge, I thoroughly advise you to find out those notes and study hard. If not, just have a refer a short note in this class. In this even this business studies also. In the business studies, you will be given a separate smart tube to cover up theoretical parts. In business studies, 2 tubes are given. First one for revision classes, and the other one is for theory memorize. A smart tube is given, a handy tube will be given to you before the chapter. If you can just refer that, you can have all theoretical knowledge, and you can face for the revision questions properly. So this is the question number 1, why revision is important. This is what I basically want to tell you. Right now, let's go for next part. So before starting the course, let me explain you a very important thing. This is not to get marks for the exam, but to win your life. You may have heard a person called Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill. If not, please search him in Google. Who is Napoleon Hill? Why should I refer him firstly? Right? Have you heard about this person? Napoleon Hill. Yes, Napoleon Hill says that there are 2 kinds of people. There are 2 types of people in the world. Right? Type number one. Let's get successful people, and the other type is what? Unsuccessful people. So whom do you want to be? Of course, a successful person. But the problem here is what? According to Hill, Napoleon Hill. So now you better tell me how many successful people are there in the world as a percentage. If all people are 100%, if all people are 100%, how many successful people are there in the world? Just give me a percentage. Yes. How many successful people are there in the world? According to you? 60%? Amazing. One says that 60% people are successful in this world. Very nice. Others, please give a little try. And the other thing is what? Today I'm not going to allow you to switch on your mics and videos, but in the next day for sure you can switch on your mics and videos. Then you can ask me directly the problems that arise with you, right? Okay, but today this is actually an open forum to everybody. So I don't know who you. Most of you are our students, I know, but some strangers are be there to destroy this. You know that the competition is very huge. That's why I decided to switch off all the mics and videos today. But next day for sure, I allow you to switch on your mics and videos. Then we can freely communicate like I'm just teaching to you an individual. How many people are there? How many successful people are there in the world? This lesson is very important for you, right? And the other thing is I'm just getting nearly 1.5 hours from your life today. So please don't quit early, right? So very important messages are there. Upcoming messages are very important. Hmm. Yes. What are your answers? 70%. Wow, what a lovely world that is then. Hmm? According to Napoleon Hill, only 3% are successful in this world, and rest of the 97% people are unsuccessful according to him. Right? 3% are successful in this world, and the other 97% are unsuccessful. And his point is what? This is the very important thing that you should know. Right? In this class, I'm going to. All of you want to come for this category, right? And the most important thing is, he says that it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. Why? All these people are doing same things. All these two categories are doing same thing. Give me an example. Now look at this. Now he says like this. He says that one category is there. They are finding a good opportunity. They are finding a good opportunity. Right? They are finding a good opportunity. Right? Some of your friends have told you, Macham, please tell me a good class. They are finding a good opportunity. Some of my friends are telling, Macham, please find to help me a good job. Right? Please help me to select good vehicle. People are finding good opportunities. People are finding good opportunities. After that, after they are finding a good opportunity, right? What do? They work hard. They work so hard. Hardworking. They work so hard. After finding a good opportunity, they work so hard. After that, they achieve their dreams. They achieve their dreams. Which category is this? 3% or 97%? Tell me faster. Which percent is this? They find a good opportunity. After finding a good opportunity, they work so hard. After that, they achieve their dreams. Which category is this? 3 or 97? Yes? Is it 3%? No, this is 97%. This is what unsuccessful people do, right? This is what unsuccessful people do. They find good opportunities. They then, after finding a good opportunity, they work hard and they achieve their dreams. But the most important thing is, successful people, 3%, they do the same, but the order is changed. The order is different. Firstly, they identify their dreams. Firstly, they identify their dreams. After identifying their dreams, they find the best opportunity to achieve it. Right? They find the best opportunity to do it, to achieve this. After finding the best opportunity, of course, they work hard. Hard working. Can you see the difference? Why do they unsuccessful? Because their dreams depends on their opportunity. Their dreams depends on their opportunity. If they got a big opportunity, they will achieve big dreams. If they don't have a big opportunity, they will achieve small dreams. But these people, they know what are their dreams. They know what do they fighting for. They know their dreams. So they don't do everything. They don't do everything. They will do only the things which achieve their dreams. And then only they are working so hard. Did you get the point? If you are matured enough to get these things, this point is enough to get your, to get your 3A passes. This is what Napoleon Hill says. Unsuccessful people, they are always finding a good opportunity. Still, sometimes you may be thinking that, is this the good class that I found? Is him the best teacher that we know? Is this the best revision course that I know? Are there any other opportunities outside there? No. Don't find opportunities. Right? Find your dream first. If you found the dream, you know how to match this opportunity with your dream. Clear? Then you know how to match this opportunity with your dream. Then you will definitely work so hard. So don't find the best opportunity. Firstly, define what is your dream. Think that who you wants to be one day. That should be your dream. Clear? In this case, I'll explain you in the way that you can understand. Right? Some chats we can see everything, right? Okay, please don't use this chat icon to do your personal things, right? Okay, fine. Anyhow, in this one, suppose that you got 50,000 per month, so your dream will be a scooter. If you get 5 million per month, your dream will be a BMW. So don't allow your dreams to depend on your opportunity. Clear? Don't depend your dream based on your opportunity. So firstly, dream whom you want to be and what is your level that you want to achieve, right? Okay, then you can work hard. So this is when Napoleon Hill says, so just keep this in your mind. Why did I tell that to you now? Because if you are finding a good opportunity, this is not the place. But if you are a dreamer that you want to fight, you are the person, and this is the place for you. This place is for you. Okay? Why did I get these percentages? Because that in the university, out of among 100 students, only nearly 5%, let's get 5%, nearly 5% will get to the university. And the other 95% can't come to this particular level. This is a level, right? Like 3As, 2As, 1Bs, like that. Okay, so we can have a particular level. It doesn't matter whether you go to your local universities or not. It's your personal choice, right? That is your family discussion, right? I'm not forcing you to go to local university. So if it is not your dream, no problem. You can go abroad or wherever you can go. But getting 3 years is essential. This is essential. After getting 3 years, you can decide what to do later. Right? After getting 3 years, suppose that Some of you wants to go to local university, no problem. By getting 3 A's, you can go for a very good university in Sri Lanka. And if you want to fly abroad, right, you can have so many scholarships when you get 3 A's for Sri Lankan advanced level examination. Everybody knows that. I mean, not only in Asian countries, even European countries knows that, right? How competitive Sri Lankan advanced level exam is. Therefore, when you are applying for a higher education, higher studies, submitting this advanced level certificate with 3 A's is very important, and you can have a scholarships, you can have a lot of exemptions, so many things can be gathered there. So fight to get 3A passes. So this is what you need to fight. In accounting, 16 chapters are there to be studied. 16 chapters. 16 chapters. Right? 16 chapters. Chapters means headings, not the parts. Parts are greater than 16. Especially, I mean, chapter number 4. You know that so many things are there. Prime entry books, right? Then bank reconciliation, control accounts, correction of errors, right? Then financial statements, introduction. So many things are there. There is one. So these 16 are also like that, right? These 16 are also like that. In business studies, you have to study 18 chapters. 18 chapters. Management chapters are very huge, right? If you are doing economics, you have to learn 12, I guess. If you are doing IT, 11, I guess. Right? If you are doing these three combination, you have to study 46. 46. If you are doing these three, these two, I mean, accounts, business, and IT, is 45 chapters. How many months remaining? This is September. So October, November, December, and 7 months. 10 months. Only 10 months. 10 months means like 45 weeks. 45 weeks are there. So one chapter, 1 week. One chapter, 1 week. One chapter means in a chapter, you need to study all theoretical parts. You need to make a short note. You need to do revision parts in this particular chapter. You need to do all the past papers regarding that particular chapter, and you need to do some model papers. To do this everything, you have only 1 week. That one, during that week, you have to go to school, you have to go to classes, you have to sleep, you have to eat, that you have to travel, right? So you have a very limited time, to you. Clear? This is the most dangerous part here, right? So you have to study a huge chapters. This, right? So let's go for next part. Okay. Now I'll explain you the paper structure of accounting. Right? I'll make a draft for it. Accounting paper structure. Accounting paper structure. Right? Accounting paper structure. So you know that you have to face for two papers. Paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 and paper 2. Right? Paper 1 will give 2 hours. 2 hours. It's better if you can write it with me. Right? This is the paper structure that you should know. Right? Paper 1 and paper 2. Two papers are there. First paper, you are given 2 hours and you need to face for 50 questions. 50 questions. Right? 50 questions. And 1 to 30, it's an MCQ. 1 to 30, it's an MCQ. Right? And 31 to 50 is the short answers. short answers. Right, totally 200 marks are given for it. 200 marks. Right, 200 marks are allowed for it for first paper. 200 marks are allowed. Right, 200 marks are allowed for this for the first paper. This is actually the most difficult paper for students. Firstly, when managing the time and when scoring these. Right, in this MCQ there is only one answer. Right, in the second paper you can collect some marks just by drawing the format. You can have 1 mark just by adding some numbers from the trial balance to the question, have another mark. You can collect marks in second paper, but first paper you can't do that. Short answers, there must be the exact answer, no two answers, only one answer you need to find out. Calculators are allowed, but non-programmable calculators. So you should be familiar with a calculator now. So still, if you are using your mobile phone for calculations, just keep this in your mind. Time will not enough for you if you didn't take the decision now. Get a calculator and please make familiar that for your life, like your mobile phone. I know that your mobile phone is very familiar for you now, right? That's very familiar. You know how to get WhatsApp, right? You know how to go for your Instagram. You know how to do an SMS. No need to find out this icon just by looking at the display. You know how to get through that. But in a calculator, when you're getting that, that should be familiar for you, right? In the examination, don't find where to switch on this calculator, how to subtract these things. Don't waste your time. Right? This is paper number 1. Paper number 2, it gives you 3 hours. 3 hours. This has 6 questions, right? But you need to write only 5, right? 5 into 40, another 200 marks are given for it. Another 200 marks, right? In these 6 questions, question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And first question is company counts. Company counts. And second question is not exact, but these two are compulsory. These two are compulsory. So 2 into 40, you can have 80 marks. Right, from this 4, you can do any 3 questions. 4, 120, and this is 200. We can't say that question number 2 consists of partnerships. We can't say like that. Why? In 2020, question number 2, all 20 questions, 20 marks are allowed. In costing, management accounting. So this is not exact. Sometimes in your time, this can be a non-profit motive business. That can be a non-profit motive business. Or bank reconciliation, who knows? Right? We don't know that. So this is how your paper consists of. This is your paper structure. Right? Okay, please write the paper structure. You should know how your paper consists of. right? Okay, now let me explain you our program to get this 400 marks. So how many marks you usually have to get? 300 out of 400, then only you can have an A pass. 300 out of 400, right? Now this is our program. Our program is this. Firstly, complete tutorials are given. Complete tutorials for all subjects. This is actually your first one. As I told you, this is chapter number 1. This is your first tutorial. In this one, basically, I added mind maps, short notes, and module questions, and at the end, all past papers from 2000. Right, all past papers regarding chapter number 1, and uh, some professional courses. You know that the same panel. I mean, currently, your paper setter is a chartered accountant, and she is also conducting chartered accountancy courses and other. She is a resource person. So a same panel will make all the other professional courses and advanced level courses. So we have to refer AAD, CIMA, ACCA, chartered accountancy courses regarding advanced level. We are not getting all the questions from those courses, but some questions are there. They are very, very relate with our advanced level. So let's do these things also. Right? I'll tell you the reason while we are doing the class. Very important. Some professional account, I mean, in some professional courses, some questions in the professional courses, I mean, after changing the type, that has been added to the advanced level paper. We can see that also. So some little changes are there. So let's try to get these things also. Then you can empower your knowledge other than advanced level. Right? This is what we need to plan first. Number 2, you have to face for a daily test every day. Daily test after the class every day. After in last 30 minutes, you have to face for a daily test, and you have to mark your marks. And number 3, our golden hour will continue. Golden hour paper discussion. Right, this is from the syllabus up to the theory class. This is, you know, the date is Thursday. Every Thursday at 7 to 8 p.m. 7 to 8 p.m. golden hour. This will conduct up to the exam. Right, at the end of every chapter, right, chapter end paper will be given. Chapter end. This is actually a day end. This is chapter end. At the end of every chapter, a chapter end paper will be given. Right, one is past papers, and the other one is module paper. One past paper and a module paper. Right, and finally, month end test is also there. Month end. I told you that I am focusing on skills, building up your skills. So daily tests, chapter end test, and month end test. So this is what I planned. If you have any suggestions regarding this, you can add. I can consider. Right, this is our program to get these 400 marks. Right, this is our plan, our project to get these 400 marks. But I strongly believe that if you follow this program, the activities of our program, you can easily go for 400 marks. Right, so, and you need to make some attitudes. What are the attitudes? Don't use pencils in accounting class, and also don't use foot rulers, and also don't use mobile phones as calculators. Right, if you don't have enough time to do decorations with your foot rule and pencil, that use a single pen. It's a black or black. If it's blue, okay, it's blue, no problem. I don't use pencils. Sometimes you may argue that with the foot ruler we can easily move with lines. No, practice with your pen. Skip your foot rulers. It's wasting your time. Right, no point of doing it. Right, this is our program for accounting. I'll show you the other things in the class. Smart workbooks and everything are there. Right? Okay, now let's go for business studies paper structure. This is very important. Why? In accounting we can't exactly say how the paper going on, right? On except first one. First one is company accounts. It's compulsory, and we can't guess the question, but we know that is of course it's compulsory. That is compulsory and it's company, right? You can't see a partnership question in question number one. It's of course a company. That's what you should know. But in business studies, we can have a rough idea about it, right? The business studies paper structure. Paper structure, business studies. Business studies paper structure. This is also has two papers. Paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 will gives you 2 hours. 2 hours, 50 questions, 100 marks. 100 marks. Right, these 50 questions consist of like this. 3 parts are there. 1 to 30 MCQ. 5 alternative answers are given. You need to find out what is the best answer among that. Then 31 to 40. 31 to 40. That is gap filling. Gap filling. Right? A gap is given. After reading the paragraph, you need to record the most suitable answer for it. That is gap filling. Then 41 to 50. It requires short answers. Short answers. Short answers. Right? Like 3 or 4 lines are given. You have, as an example, write the marketing mix according to the consumer perspective. That 5 marketing mix, 5 product, price, place, promotion. You need to write that in consumer point of view. Right? Consumer needs and wants, cost, convenient, communication, like that. Right? This is first paper consists of. Second paper gives you 3 hours. 3 hours. It has 8 questions. 8 questions. It has part A and part B. Right? This one. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other side, second paper, second part, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 7 and 8. Right? There is a format here. There is a rough idea. Question number 1 comes in chapter. That comes in chapter 1, 2, and 3. Chapter 1, 2, and 3. What is chapter 1? Basis of business and its environment. Chapter number 2, business social responsibilities and ethics. Chapter number 3, government and business. So first question consists of these 3 chapters. If you don't have the syllabus, in the first day I'll give you the syllabus. Printed syllabus will be given to you. You can have an idea how the paper consists of. Right? Question number 2 comes with 3, 4, 5, and 6. But you can see that chapter number 3 can be examined in both first and second questions, government and business. So chapter number 3, government and business. Chapter number 4, business organization. Chapter number 5, entrepreneurship. Chapter number 6, small and medium business organizations, SME. Right? This one, 7 and 8. 7 money and financial institutions. 8 insurance. Question number 4. No, 7, 8 and 9. 9 was communication. 7, 8 and 9. Right? Money and financial institutions, insurance and communication. Chapter number 10, logistics. Chapter number 11, trade. This is how your chapter number 4 consists of. This is actually a rough idea when we are comparing last few more past papers. But some years this can be changed, especially in 2019 paper. First question consists of first chapter. All parts are in first chapter. Okay. Now number 5. Number 5, 12 and 13. These are the grade 12 and these are grade 13. Chapter number 12, management. Chapter number 13, operation management. Number 6, 13, 14 and 15. 13 operation management, 14 marketing management, 15 finance management. Finance management. Number 7, 15 and 16. Now you can see like 13, like chapter 3, 13 and 15. You can come in, you can expect in 2 questions. What is 7? 15 financial management, 16 human resource management. Right. Number 1. Number 8, 17 and 18. If you are doing IT, you can easily come up this chapter number 17. That is business information system, business IT. And 18 was business plans. This is how your paper consists. And the important thing is you have to choose 2 combinations. You need to write only 5. Right? Though 8 questions are there, only 5 questions should be written. Only 5. Only 5 questions should be written. But these 5 you can select like this. If you select, okay, you can use 2 options. You can choose 2 options. If you use 3 questions from part A, you can use 2 questions from part B. This is option number 1. Option number 2, if you can choose 2 questions from part 1, you can choose 3 questions from part B. This is how your questions. You can't select all these 4 questions and 1 from the other side, or all 4 from this one and 1 from the other. No, you have to choose at least 2 questions from each part, and the 5th one you can select any questions, and you should know how to select a question properly, right? Then only you can go for the marks. I'll teach you how to select a question properly with the question papers. This is your paper structure. Just write it. That is also very important. Somebody asked us, have you started revision classes for accounting also? Today is an introduction, right? Sometimes this person might join right now. Earlier we talked about accounting paper structure. Now we are talking about the business paper structure. Your classes are started on coming Tuesday. I'll tell you the timetable. So, but write the structure here. Okay, what that you wrote the structure. Shall I remove this? Shall I? Okay, fine. Okay, now let me explain you our program. This is our program. For business studies, right? As I told you, tudes are given every month for every chapter, right? This is your revision tude for business studies. Every month, let's maintain a theme. This is purple. This month is for purple, right? Next month, green or yellow, whatever. Let's maintain a theme in your business studies tude. This is your revision, right? This has no theory parts. This is your learning outcomes. You should know what should you learn. This is chapter number 1. 9 subheadings are there. This is 1.1. These are the learning outcomes required by examination. This is 1.2. What do they require? 1.3, 4. So these are the things that you should learn, right? In all subheading, these are learning outcomes. And this is question number 1. No theories are there. Only revision. Practice is given in this, and at the end of chapter, past papers are added, right? But to get a theoretical idea, I will give you a smart tube. Smart tube. This is actually a short. It's not a short something. It's not a short note, right? It's type of a short note. Smart tubes are given to have a theoretical parts. Right after reading a smart tube, you can answer for the revision tube. That is what I'm planning. If you didn't get some theoretical parts, this tube will be so valuable for you, smart tube. Right? That will be so valuable. Somebody asked us, how can we get the tubes? I'll tell you later, right? These all are for you, right? Don't worry, these all are for you. And number 3, golden hour will continue. Tuesday, 7 to 8 p.m. It's a weekly reminding thing. It goes parallelly for theory class. In our theory class this week we are going to start this insurance. This is your insurance tube. This week we are going to start insurance chapter number 8, and probably chapter number 9 will start with this, right, in theory class. So always these golden hour paper discussions are going parallelly with our theory class, right? Okay, golden hour, right? Number 4, daily test. At the end of every day, you have to face for a daily test. MCQ paper, small paper, 30 minutes daily test you have to face. And PP test is there. Past paper test. At the end of every chapter, that will be going on chapter wise. At the end of every chapter, you have to answer for the questions from 2010 to 2020 in every chapter. And chapter end exam will also conduct. Chapter end exam. Chapter end exams will conduct. And finally, at the end of every month end paper will conduct, and the best student of the month will be selected in both subjects, accounting and business studies. This is our program. Tutes, smart tutes, golden hour paper discussion, daily test, past paper at the end of every chapter, then chapter end exam and month end exam. Right, these things will be conducted. Right, so this is our program to get these 200 marks. 200 marks for your paper. Right, I strongly believe that if you participated for these things properly, getting 200 marks will not be a problem for you. Right, will not be a problem for you. And the other thing is, gradually we need to increase the time. Now normally we are doing 2.5 hours for first month. Then let's increase for 3.5 hours. Like that, uh, we have to get this class for 6 hours per day. 6 hours, right? 6 hours is 3 times bigger than a theory class. That is the condition of revision class, right? You have to be patient, right? You have to make the commitment. But at the beginning, we are conducting 2.5 hours, 8:30 to 11, like that, right? But not today. Today, I mean, in coming few minutes, I'm going to stop this session, and I after telling you the timetable, right? Okay. And the other important thing is, in 2019, right? For economics, there were 14% A passes were there. 14% A passes, right? Somebody asked us, which lesson are you at accounting theory class? Right, in accounting theory class, these days we are going doing chapter number 6, financial accounting adjustments, last part. In coming 2 weeks, we are going to finish this. Then you can start chapter number 7 officially, not for profit organizations, and then manufacturing accounts. We can do these things after that. Okay, still we are in chapter number 6, right? Okay, uh, this is our program. I told you that in 2019, for economics, students got 14% A passes. 14%. For accounting, only 11% A passes. 14 for economics, 11 for accounting, and only, please trust me, only 9% for business studies. Only 9% for business studies. If you can get an A pass for business studies, that will be a huge advantage for you to increase your self score. Right? If you got C pass for any other subject, still you can go for university. If you have a strong A pass for business studies. Okay, this is our program, and this is our timetable. This is our timetable. This is how we are going to conduct this. Business studies, 5th August. Sorry, 5th October, Tuesday. Business studies, Tuesday, 8 a.m. to, sorry, 8:30 a.m. to 11. 8:30 to 11. Morning, not night, a.m. Don't log at 8:30 p.m. and ask me. Then accounting. Not coming, I mean today's Tuesday, not coming Friday. Why? Because the time is not enough to deliver your tunes to you throughout courier services. At accounting, 8 Friday. Same, 8:30 to 11 a.m. This is your timetable. Right? It's better to copy this. Right? Starting date, please mention the starting date. 5th October. 5th October. Accounting, 8th October. Not 1st. Right, so today is Tuesday, tomorrow Wednesday. 2 days after tomorrow is Friday, but not that Friday. We are getting out 8th Friday. Firstly, we are starting with business studies coming Tuesday. Then, yes, Wednesday. If you are a student in Kandy, you can come to the institute and you can get the dues. If not, we can courier the dues to you. If you are a student in Kurunagalam, if you can come to these institutions, Nugiyagoda and Matale, and we have started a new class in Nigambu as well. If you are relating to Nigambu, please let us know. We can hand over these tutorials to your doorstep. We can arrange some couriers. We have arranged already some courier services to send these tutorials to your doorstep. Right? This is actually a well-established plan. That's why we call this as the fastest growing class in Sri Lanka. Right? Okay, that is That's not told by us. Okay, fine. This is our timetable, and the registration process is this. Registration process is, you can visit this uh, www.thefirst.lk. This is our site. You have to log into this site for the lectures, and these are the contact numbers. So please call for these two numbers, and this is my number. If these two numbers didn't answer, get for my one. Right? If you're giving a call to me, still I have to transfer this call to the other two numbers because they are the authorized person people for registration. And the other important thing is, our theory students, no need to register again. No need to register again. Because you are already registered in the institute. So no need to register again for revision class. You are automatically registered. And new students for revision class, you have to get registered. Then only you can have the tutorials, short notes, handouts, workbooks, past papers, smart tubes, and short notes. Right? So firstly, you have to get registered. Then only you can have all the documents with you. For the classes, these tutorials and everything are essential. That's why I decided not to start your class in coming Friday, because time is not enough. Nearly 1 week is taken by courier services. 4 or 5 days at least they will get to hand over these documents to you. And this is your somebody asked us, can you tell me your theory dates? Theory dates is actually, our theory timetable is on Saturday morning, 8 to 9:30 accounting, 10 to 11:30 business studies, and we in this in October we are going to conduct 2 classes each for both subjects, right? Accounting Saturday 8 to 9:30, and another date will be taken in the middle of the week, and business studies in the same day, 10 to 11:30. Saturday 10 to 11:30 business studies, and another date will be taken because we are conducting 2 chapters in this month: insurance and communication, brand new 2 chapters. Yes, others, revision classes for other subjects are also there. I'll inform you in your groups. Then you can join for these subjects as well. But I'm conducting only these 2, right? Right. So please note down these numbers. That will be very important for you. Please call for these 2 numbers for registration. This one and this one. 071-819-4894, 071-394-5304. This is my number. If these 2 numbers didn't answer, you can get for my number. And if you want to know something about your classes, call this number. This is my number. Okay. If you can visit to the site will give you guidelines how to register. If not, you can get the guidelines from these 2. If they didn't answer, no, you can try again. Then they will call back for you, sure. Right? Okay. Keep trying. They have hundreds of calls per day. So please keep trying. Then only you can get the idea. If not, if these both numbers are not answered, you can try to me. I'll get register exactly you in our site. Right? Okay. And keep the timetable in your mind finally. Today is the 28th, 5th Tuesday. We are going to start business studies at morning 8:30. So when we are starting this chapter, the tutorial must be there with you, right? Tutorial must be there. In the 1st October, the country, this quarantine, this this is not a quarantine. Let's assume that it's a curfew situation. So the curfew will finish, right? Then you can make your payments and other things, and you can hand over your tubes to you, right? Okay. Somebody asked that, will there be a physical class in other areas you mentioned later? Yes, we are going to conduct some more classes. I'll tell you about it later. But I don't think that in this year, sometimes at the end of this year, we can start physical classes. Until we have to conduct in online classes. Right? Okay, so this is what I want to tell you. So please write these timetables and registration process in your mind. And so please start this brand new journey with a huge passion, right? This is not just a theory class. Try to do something better. So this is our slogan. So please practice this. This is the mindset that you should practice. Either do or die. Do or die. No two things. Either do or die. That's all. That's what we are planning for. So try to accelerate your studies. At least you should study 6 hours per day, right? No excuses. You have huge 3 syllabuses to be covered, right? At least 6 hours you should have to study. So start from 1 hour. If you didn't start at least 1 hour per day, start from an hour, then increase that into 2, right? Suddenly you should go for at least 6 hours per day. Then gradually let's increase that to at least 12 hours per day, right? Later I'll give you a success plan to study all 3 subjects, and it will be a tracking for you. I will track you daily how many hours you have studied, and you have to send me through WhatsApp. There is a huge process inside the class, and your parents should sign that book, and they are also responsible the number of hours that you tell me. A huge process is there. So anyhow, all of you should get 3 A passes. That is my dream. That's my dream towards you. So that is the purpose of this platform, right? So ultimately all of you must win at the end of the course. That's what we are focusing about. So thank you for joining. Have a bright future, right? Thank you for joining once again. So this program is for you, right? So let's do stronger, bigger, and louder. And success is not a choice, it's damn a right. Okay, so that's the end of today. In coming Tuesday, next Tuesday, at 8:30, let's start your revision class officially. So please try to get your notes and other learning materials, right? See you there. Have a bright future. Thank you for joining. See you, everybody.